It's the Gareth Harry Show. What's going on, guys? My name's Gareth, as you already know. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about Wandaviaion episode 6. And this episode is just crazy, and I loved it. This episode is the Halloween episode, and it's really good, but also very confusing. So, let's get in to talking about Wandaviaion episode 6. So, we start off with a recap, like you always do, of the last episode and a couple of the episodes before that episode. And then we get the intro after what happened last episode. We get the intro. So, and then what? And then after the intro, we get to sitcom reality where I think it's Billy. In the comics, he's Wiccan. So, who's Billy, right? No. Wiccan talks to the camera, then his brother's there, Speed is also there, and Quicksilver is asleep on the couch. And, yeah, and then he wakes up and then scares them and then plays around. Then Wanda comes down in her classic comic book accurate outfit, but says it's a Sokovian fortune teller. Then seconds later, Vision comes down in his comic book accurate-ish, should I say, outfits, and Quicksilver says a bunch of things, and Vision said yes to one of them, which I found a bit funny, which a young version of me would have found far more funny, yeah. But then he's like, oh yeah, I wonder, I know you like wrestlers though, and he's like, I'm a wrestler. So then we get, there's a lot of things. Vision's like, I've got to do some neighborhood watching to watch out for these kids, because now there's kids for some reason. I don't know. And then Vision leaves, and Wanda is left with Quicksilver and her two twin boys. And then Quicksilver, he's going to be with them to go trick-or-treating in the episode. So, but Wanda's like, you don't have costumes. But then Quicksilver, being Quicksilver, goes boom and comes right back with his comic book accurate costume. It is quite good it is a very much comic book accurate costume from what I know. And Speed is also dressed up the same as Quicksilver, and Wiccan is dressed up as how he looks in the comic books, his costume. So then, is it the sword bit? Yeah, it's the sword bit. So they have discussion with Haywood, and he's like, oh, this and that. And he's like, no, you can't kill him. And then he's like, no, take those people away. Bye-bye, people. And then we go back into Westview, where Vision is just walking, and Wanda and Pietro and the twins are up to no good. And it's a pretty okay scene. And it's just them making mystery for about a couple of seconds, and Then we go back to Sword. They've been captured, but straight away, after they've been captured, Jimmy Woo punches one of the guards. And wow, that is just Monica and Jimmy, but Darcy is not she's not fighting the guards, and then they have a plan. They break into this, not break in, but go to this place, get into these files and look, and is that like, that's not Wanda they're tracking, it's Vision, because it says it's like vibranium. Vision's vibranium. So they set off on plan, but Darcy's like, no, I'm not going with you, I'm staying here to find out more about what on earth Hayward is up to. So Monica and Jimmy go and get into a van. Then we go back to Westview, where Vision is in his Halloween costume, walking through the streets and is reaching. Then he floats into the air. Also, like in the trailer, where there's like tons of people frozen, and he floats up in the air. Then spots a car, comes down, and we get that scene between him and Agnes, but it's the longer version of it. And then Agnes turns around and goes away, and then Vision grabs the barrier, not grabs, but puts his hand outside the barrier and fully goes outside of Westview and steps out, and you can just see him slowly, and eventually he comes to the ground, and you can just see bits of him flying off back into Westview, and Hayward's just standing there doing nothing, and Darcy's handcuffed to a car, and she's like, do something, but he's like, he's just not caring about what happens to Vision. He's like, do something. But then, Speed has now found his powers out that he has super speed, so that's okay. And then, Wiccan gets his powers and says, wait, I sense my dad's in danger. And he goes to Wanda and says, my dad's in danger. But Pietro says, how can your dead husband die twice? And also they have the really creepy dead Pietro thing, like they did with Vision. But it's still creepy. But that was before then. Then Wanda just straight up yeets Pietro, and he's not in it for the rest of the episode. And then everything freezes, and the dome starts expanding. And Monica and Jimmy were in the car, and they just see this dome expanding. And then the Sword agents get sucked in. Darcy gets sucked in because she's stuck to a car. Vision's body gets back in and gets put back together again, and then the Sword agents turn into clowns, and the tents that they were in, and then Hayward, being the coward he is, runs off in his jeep. He's like, hello, anyone, can you hear me? But no one responds, because no one cares for him, and honestly, he can just go in the bubble. Get that boy in the bubble. So, yeah, and then we left off on Wanda with glowing red eyes, and then they turn back to normal, and then it's the credits. And anyway, you guys, that's all I've got to talk about for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you all later. Bye bye.